We humans like to think of ourselves as inventors, problem solvers, and the ultimate creators of new ideas. But what if the solution to some of our biggest problems in transportation, medicine, energy, and technology have already been solved by the ultimate creator of them all? Nature. In nature, evolution has been running its own research and development project for the last 3.5 billion years. Its methods are slow, brutal, unforgiving, but unmatched. Every plant, animal and fungus is a masterpiece of engineering, sculpted by trial and error over eons. Nature's done the hard work, now it's our job to steal its secrets, turn it into technology, and yes, make some money. This is biomimicry. Let's start with flight. Well, because us humans have been obsessed with trying to fly for centuries. Back in 1505, Leonardo da Vinci sketched machines with flapping wings trying to mimic bird flight. But it wasn't until 1903, when the Wright brothers studied pigeons in detail, that we were able to take to the skies successfully. Even today, all modern aeroplanes copy nature. Take a wing of an aeroplane, for example. It's curved on the top and a little flatter on the bottom, just like the wing of a bird. This creates a pressure difference which allows the planes to fly. And those little upturned tips at the end of the wings, well, they're called winglets, and they reduce turbulence just like the end of birds' wings. But flight is far from the only field that we've copied from the natural world. In the 1990s, engineers on Japan's bullet train faced a major problem. Every time the train exited a tunnel, it created a loud sonic boom. This was because the original blunt nose design of the train compressed the air in the tunnel when it was moving, and when it exited, bang, a loud sonic boom could be heard. The solution? The Kingfisher. The Kingfisher has a long and pointy beak, which allows it to dive into water without creating a splash. By reshaping the train's nose to mimic this design, it reduced the sonic booms by 30%, it improved its efficiency by 15%, and it increased its top speed from 170 miles an hour to over 200 miles an hour. And they didn't just stop there when it come to copying nature. The tips of owl wings inspired the reshaping of the pantographs to reduce noise. And penguins, well, their bodies inspired the redesign of the train's support shaft. So next time you see a bullet train speeding silently through the countryside, just remember, it's not just some random design, it's a cocktail of nature in disguise. But there's more to learn from birds than just their shape. Their ability to fly and work in large groups is equally fascinating. They move in a flock as some kind of single organism. Their secret lies in how they communicate and coordinate, not with a leader, but with a simple set of rules. Stick close to your neighbour, match their speed, and avoid collisions. It's like a decentralized system where each bird reacts to the movement of ones nearby. It's sort of a group intelligence. Engineers have now applied these same principles to drones to create swarms. Instead of programming each drone individually, they apply a simple set of rules to the swarm to create a hive. This allows drone swarms to explore disaster zones, create stunning light shows, and perform military operations with remarkable accuracy. What's incredible is how resilient this system can be. If one drone or bird fails, the rest adapt seamlessly, showcasing how complex systems can emerge from a simple set of rules. Once again, nature leads the way. Now, let's dive into the ocean. You see, sharks, they are some of the most efficient swimmers on the planet, and their secret lies in their skin. You see, their skin is covered in tiny tooth-like objects which are called denticles. These denticles create microturbulence, which reduces drag and improves their efficiency at swimming. And of course, engineers could not help but copy this design to create things like the Speedo's fat skin suit. The suit helped athletes in the early 2000s to break world records by reducing their drag in the water. The hulls of some ships have a denticle-inspired coating along their base, which helps reduce drag, prevents barnacle buildup, and improves fuel efficiency. And some hospitals have shark skin inspired surfaces which reduce the buildup of bacteria and also reduce infections. And then there's the humpback whale. These 30-ton giants have something unusual on their fins, bumps called tubercles. At first glance, you may think these bumps make the whales less efficient, but the opposite is actually true. These bumps create vortices in the water which channels it into more controlled streams. This reduces drag, improves lift, and makes the whales surprisingly agile for their size. Engineers noticed this and thought, what if we added these to wind turbines? So they did. And some wind turbine blades have tubercles on, and you will find that they actually improve the efficiency. They reduce the drag by 20%, and as a bonus, they make them quieter too. It's amazing that something as simple as a few bumps can make such a difference. Sound is another area where nature has us beat. Whales and dolphins use echolocation by sending out sound waves and reading the echo responses to navigate in the depths. This inspired sonar technology which fishing vessels and submarines use to this day to map the ocean floor and to avoid objects in the dark depths of the sea. Bats take this concept to the next level. They use high-frequency ultrasound to echolocate insects mid-flight. The precision is incredible because bats can detect objects as thin as a human hair. So, of course, us humans copied this and put it into technology to create ultrasounds. It's basically the same principle as what the bats use. So next time you're getting an ultrasound, just remember, it's pretty much bat vision. Nature is also the ultimate chemist. Mussels inspire adhesives that work underwater and inside the body, and a Swiss engineer was studying burrs, or sticky backs, that were stuck to his dog's fur under a microscope, and then he invented Velcro from this. Now Velcro is used everywhere from shoes to space travel. And lotus leaves with their water repellent surfaces inspired self-cleaning materials for paints, windows, and even cars. Nature is also the master of energy. You see, leaves act as tiny solar panels. They convert sunlight through photosynthesis into energy. So scientists studied and mimicked the structure of leaves to create better and more efficient solar panels. And since 2004, the price to produce energy through solar panels has reduced by 98%, making it one of the most affordable energy sources. Biomimicry is still in its early stages, but the future possibilities are genuinely endless. Take spider silk, for example. It's stronger than steel and more flexible than Kevlar. This could lead to lightweight, bulletproof clothing. And crabs and starfish, well, their ability to regrow limbs is inspiring self-healing materials like plastics, concrete, roads, buildings, and potentially human limbs. Enter CRISPR, a revolutionary gene editing DNA tool. We're not just copying nature anymore, we're rewriting it. With CRISPR, we can bring back extinct species like direwolves, woolly mammoths, and even saber-toothed tigers. We can also edit the human genome to incorporate things like the cancer-resistant cells that elephants produce, or the high oxygen-efficient cells that yaks have. CRISPR can also transform agriculture by allowing crops to grow in Mars-like conditions or saline soils. And we could engineer gut bacteria to produce medicines on demand. Hypothetically. These innovations and potential future innovations are really pushing the boundaries of how we will interact, live, breathe, and exist within the world. Nature doesn't waste, it doesn't rush, and it never stops. It has perfected solutions to challenges that we are only just beginning to understand. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Observe how all things that come into being exist only with the prior knowledge of everything that came before it." Biomimicry is this observation in action. We're not just imitating nature, we're learning from its 3.5 billion years of evolution and genius to create smarter and more sustainable technology. From flight to energy, medicines and materials, the answers we seek have already been tried and tested in the natural world. So the next time you see a bird in flight, a leaf catching sunlight, or a fish gliding through the water, just remember that nature likely holds the blueprint for all of our future innovations to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.